Every human being who has set foot on planet Earth has at some point in their life experienced their midlife crisis. Now, for the few people who don't know what a midlife crisis is, here's a brief explanation. It's when people freak out about getting older and do random stuff to feel young again. But why is this relevant for you? Whether you're a student, a middle-aged guy, or even someone who's past their midlife crisis, this is important because most suicides occur in that phase in your life. That means if you're going through that phase, you can notice it in time and take action. And if you're a student or an older person, you can recognize if someone in your environment is experiencing this phase and maybe help them. And that's why in this video are 4 signs how you notice if someone is in his midlife crisis. The first sign is dissatisfaction. Imagine there is a guy named Dave. He is 45 years old and has a loving family. Happy children, a beautiful wife, and a big house with a dog. He works at the bank and makes $150,000 a year. Everything seems to be going well. But lately he has a bad feeling. He is somehow dissatisfied, and the worst part is he doesn't even know why. But it's obvious to someone watching from the outside. His life is boring. Every day is the same. 7 o'clock alarm rings. He goes to work, comes home, eats with his family, goes to sleep, and repeats the cycle. Time after time, he becomes more dissatisfied and starts to worry about it. He goes to a psychiatrist, but because the psychiatrist follows a pattern from his psychology school and not his experience, he diagnoses Dave as depressed. Now he advises Dave to take pills every day, thinking it will help. But you can't cure a disease you don't have. So, after a few months, Dave wonders why his so-called depression doesn't go away, and he ends up taking his own life. This is maybe an extreme example, but this kind of thing happens every day around the world. So, what can you do about it? First, you should inform yourself about the symptoms before running to a psychiatrist. You're already doing that by watching this video. Then, recognize why you're unsatisfied. In Dave's example, it's the repetitiveness of your day-to-day life and boredom. And lastly, and most importantly, focus on curing it. You can do this by implementing something different every day. The most common thing is to make yourself proud. You may ask, how can I do that? Set meaningful goals like aiming for a higher income at work or getting a six-pack by the end of the year. This gives your life purpose and fulfillment. Another way to make yourself proud is by making others happy, even if it's something small, like buying toys for your children or helping a friendly old lady cross the street. I mean, when was the last time you bought your wife some flowers? And by the way, even if you're really depressed, it's disrespectful to everybody in your environment to kill yourself. Even if you don't have a family, your parents raised you, went through hard times to feed you, and for what? Just for you ending your life because you're sad? That's arrogant. Depression as a whole is an arrogant feeling, but that's a story for another time. Write down in the comments below if you're interested in a video about depression. Our second signs, how you can notice if you're in your midlife crisis, is about making changes in life. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that life's been feeling a bit, well, ordinary. You start seeking for something more interesting, something stimulating and full of adventure. You catch yourself daydreaming about ditching your job, selling all your stuff, and jetting off to explore the world with just a backpack and a whole lot of wanderlust. Let me paint you a picture of Bill's life. So there's this guy, Bill, hitting 45 and feeling like he's stuck in the same old routine, grinding away in the corporate world. But one day, he wakes up and thinks, you know what? Enough is enough. He's craving some excitement, a bit of spontaneity, and a whole lot of freedom. So guess what he does? He says goodbye to his job, books a ticket to Southeast Asia, and jumps headfirst into the adventure of a lifetime. That urge for change or adventure, it can show up in all sorts of ways. Maybe you're itching to switch careers, learn a new skill, or take up a wild hobby. You might even catch yourself dreaming about starting your own business or volunteering in a far-off land. And think about it. If you use that energy for making money by yourself, you can make yourself rich. Because there is not often a moment in life where you have unlimited motivation. So, when that feeling hits you, that overwhelming desire to break free from the same old routine, don't push it aside. Embrace it. Take it as your cue to explore new horizons, push your limits, and create the life you've always dreamed of. After all, why play it safe when life's begging you to take a leap? You see, the initial situation between Dave and Bill is similar, but their solutions to their problems are different. Dave is attempting to fix his day-to-day life, while Bill is trying to escape from it. they both have their own ways. If you're experiencing a midlife crisis, feel free to share your problem in the comments below, and we'll assist you in finding the right solution for you. Ever found yourself lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, and wondering if you've made all the right moves in life? That's the third sign of a midlife crisis. Questioning your life choices. Imagine this. You're in your mid-40s and suddenly it hits you like a ton of bricks. You start replaying those pivotal moments from your past, thinking, did I nail it or did I flop? Should you have taken that job offer in another city? Should you have gone all in on that startup idea? The doubts start creeping in and it's like a mental tug of war. This self-reflection rollercoaster can lead to a whirlwind of emotions, from regret over past missteps to uncertainty about what lies ahead. You're standing at a crossroads, pondering which direction to take next. Do you know what the worst part of that tug of war is? You're battling against yourself. That means there will be no winner because it will never end. And that is actually a great wisdom of life. The biggest enemy is yourself. But here's the kicker. Questioning your life choices isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of growth. It's your mind's way of saying, hey, let's recalibrate and make sure we're on the right track. So, embrace it, grab a pen and paper, and start drafting your next chapter. Because guess what? It's never too late to rewrite your story. You know what? Write your goals and solutions in the comments below, because then you can exchange ideas with others. I wish everyone the best in life because you still have at least half of your life ahead of you. And just by watching this video, you're living 1 second longer. So take a deep breath, my friend. You've got this. And remember, life's journey is full of twists and turns, but it's how we navigate those moments of uncertainty that define who we are. So keep your chin up, keep moving forward, and trust that everything will fall into place. Have you ever found yourself lingering a little longer than usual in front of the mirror, scrutinizing those subtle lines and wrinkles? Or perhaps you've noticed a sudden surge of interest in extreme sports or the latest fashion trends? Well, my friend, that's a classic indicator of a midlife crisis, an obsession with retaining youthfulness. It's as if you're on a quest to turn back time, to recapture the vitality and energy of your younger years. Whether it involves rigorous gym sessions, investing in various anti-aging products, or trading in your reliable minivan for a sleek sports car, the aim remains the same, defying the inevitable passage of time. However, it's important to recognize that this fixation on youth isn't solely about appearance or feeling young once more. It's a coping mechanism, a means of grappling with the realities of aging. It's about preserving that sense of power and vibrancy, even as the years advance. So, by all means, embrace that inner Peter Pan. But remember, true vitality emanates from within. It's about embracing the marks of a life well lived, every laugh line and silver strand, as symbols of experience and wisdom. Because ultimately, age is just a number. What truly matters is the radiance you exude, regardless of the years that have passed. If you want, I can make a video about fitness. Give this video a like and write it in the comments below if you're interested. Speaking of fitness, I made YouTube videos about getting higher testosterone levels. On the left side, you see the video for boosting your testosterone levels, and on the right side, you see the video for lowering your testosterone levels. Anyway, have a nice Sunday.